Paratrooper.
Have you ever dreamed a memory? I have done that a few times. I dreamed last night moving to a new space. Hi. I'm trying to talk to the camera without you making a whole bunch of noise so that I can't talk. Now I have these lines all over my face. There's nowhere to go. Have you ever dreamed a memory? One that, or a dream that kind of felt like a nightmare, but it was actually a memory of something that really did happen to you. I've dreamed dreams like that a few times in my life, and they're mostly of memories that I would like to forget. So I had one of them last night. In high school, I lived in Northern Virginia, and at the time, I was in a brand new high school. I entered it in 11th grade, and we were all going to be the first graduating seniors from this school. And I shared an English class with this black girl. Our desks were in an L shape, and I was on one side and she was on the other next to me. And she and I were the only two black people in the class. At the time, my senior year, I decided to take out my extensions and wear my hair natural. So I wore my hair natural the entire senior year. I would wear it in different cornrow styles in the front and leave the back as an afro. One day I was wearing it that way. And at the time, the area where I lived in, there wasn't a whole lot of people wearing natural hair at the time. There was maybe like a handful of people in our school that were doing it, but most of the black girls had perms or wore straight hair or weaves or whatever. So I did get a lot of compliments sometimes. But anyway, this one girl, we were not friends. I was always just very cordial with her. I thought she had a very cool style. She was obviously very fashionable, and she did talk about clothes a lot. But she clearly did not like me. It was obvious. But I thought it was also kind of amusing because we didn't know each other. One day we were doing an activity, our seats got rearranged or whatever, and she ended up behind me. And there was another black girl that came to our class that day. I don't remember why, but she was just there that day. We had class. I went to my next class, which was physics, and two of my friends sitting behind me started messing with my hair. She tapped me on the shoulder and she said, "Lily, I've pulled these staples out of your hair." And she had like 3 or 4 staples in her hand. And I said, "Oh, how did that get there?" And then she started moving my hair around, and she said, "Oh my gosh, Lily, your hair is filled with staples." And I said, "What?" And she said, "Yes." And my friend sitting next to me turned and looked at my hair, and she said, "Oh my gosh, yeah, your hair is filled with staples." And so she raised her hand and asked if she could accompany me to the bathroom. So there we were, the two of us in the bathroom, picking staples out of my hair. We were in there most of the class period, and I cannot even begin to tell you how humiliating and embarrassed and hurt I felt. For black women and black girls, there is a lot of pain and trauma tied to our hair and our skin for many different reasons. And I have several different textures all over my head, but for the most part, I have like a 4C curl pattern. So if something like a staple gets tossed into my fro, it's gonna stick, it's not gonna come out. And the fact that this girl would do that to another black girl just was even more hurtful and painful for me. She herself did not wear her hair natural. She often commented on my hair, so I assumed that she liked it. Being in the bathroom with my friend from physics class, and I remember trying to make light conversation about other stuff, like joking about random things, trying to keep the conversation on something else. She did ask me, "Who do you think did this to your hair?" And I said, "I know who did it because I just came from class, and obviously it was somebody sitting behind me, and and there weren't any staples in my hair before, because someone would have told me. My best friend would have told me, who I had lunch with every day." So that was a humiliating experience for me. Even had to stay after school later on that week to get the full lesson from my physics teacher. So not only was it hurtful, and not only did it take extra time for me and someone else to get all the staples out of my hair, but I also had to take time out of my own free time to go back to school after school to make up for the lesson that I missed. I don't even remember her name. I'm very happy about that. But that memory was like buried somewhere. I haven't thought about that in years, and I dreamed about it. I don't know what that was about. I don't know. I don't know what her problem was. Maybe she thought she was better than me. Maybe she was just being an asshole. I think it was maybe a combination of both. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. C. E. A. B. C. D. E. F. G. E. R. Z. K. Uh-huh. L. M. O. P. Q. R. S. T. U. V. W. X. Y. N. C. Trying to finish getting lunch ready for us because we're gonna meet a friend at the park. One of my friends who we haven't hung out hardly at all, I don't think at all, during this whole quarantine time. So trying to rush through lunch to get that done. What have you done to your pizza, little man? Just made me a very quick salad before we go. All right, so we are here. That's where we're going to be going. Conrad is very excited. Next up. Push. I want them to see how beautiful you are. Push. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Oh, push, push, push. Push up. She has the prettiest girls. That's all. You want to do the steps? Yeah, you can do the steps.
I get through like right before 3:30.
What's the steps? What do you do?
and go up the steps. Please don't put me in a bad mood, Conrad. I have to like plan my outings based on how much tolerance I have that day.
Oh. I wonder if it would have been easier if we would have come over to your house and let them warm up a little. Let him warm up a little bit. Would that have been helpful?
He does do better in that situation, but I think he needs this.
Good job, buddy.
It's all my Christmas stuff over here in the corner. I'll sort through some of this today. Never carved the pumpkins, so I'm just going to put them outside. Decoration. Maybe next year. At least we were prepared this year. I'm going to get some cooking out of the way. This is hot. This is kitchen thing. I need you to leave the kitchen so that Mommy can open the oven. Okay? I'll be with you in just a moment.
No.
This looks so red, but this one is mine. Just some spaghetti squash with, I put some pepperoni in it, but yeah.
So lovely. And
Wow. So who sent this?
one of the companies, the one that we actually do a little business with.
So you have a virtual wine tasting?
Apparently, I have a virtual wine testing with the Rosé, Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet, Sauvignon, and then Justification, their blend. That just in
He
wine.
gets to do the fun stuff, his job. Thinking about organizing this stuff right now and possibly putting the lights on the tree. I've been staring at my pile over here, so I should organize it some. It's a little hack I learned from another YouTuber. Wrap them around your empty paper towel rings.